cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Rapper.
I fucks with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
With another fire reaction. If you ain't already like, comment, and subscribe.
Got on here and said that I wouldn't squabble nobody because I'm scary, right? Let me make something clear. If you's a piece,
those of y'all who don't know, this is Trigger Bird from Hoover speaking about the Jhood situation, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, Jhood versus the Hoovers. So this is Trigger Bird from Hoover talking about Jhood.
See, and y'all hit that like button if y'all agree with me. If you's a PC, if you's a pedophile, or you a snitch, why the fuck would I fight you? And you all bad, bro. I'm not gonna let you redeem yourself. Why would I let you get on here and have the credentials of beat me up or me fighting you? Like, not even beat me up, but just credentials of you fighting me when, nigga, you didn't even hold up your part on the game bang. You think you finna come on here and start something with me, nigga, and use a dropout? And then if I shoot at you and you survive, you gonna go tell the police that I did it. But I'm a gangster, so if I can even tell on you, I gotta just keep it solid.
Let me ask you a question. A lot of dudes say, oh, you a yada yada or you a yomo and all that. I ain't finna fight you. I ain't finna fight you. But then, like, this ain't nothing towards Trigger Bird. I just heard this a lot, so I'm just kind of wondering. So, like, are you gonna do something else to him? Are you gonna, like, eliminate him another type of way? Or do they just get to walk free? Like, what happens here? Because I would assume, like, it's like when dudes get into it with Dijon. Right? Like, niggas will argue back and forth with Dijon all day, but when it's time for a fade, then they be like, oh, I don't want to fight him because of his sexuality and all that. Man, I will on Dijon. What? To bed, bro. You a grown man like I'm a grown man. So whether a man is a yeti y'all, a yitch, homosexual, or whatever he is, if he a grown man like I'm a grown man and it's tension, this animosity there, why are we not taking a fade? Can somebody explain it to me? Because I don't. That's what I don't understand. Like, if there's any type of animosity amongst any grown man, why are we not taking the fade? Should we both feel this way? Why am I? Well, I ain't gonna do it because of this. Well, I ain't gonna do it because of that. Like, what am I missing here? What's going over my head? Because obviously I'm ignorant to the conversation. So can somebody please enlighten me and educate me, please?
Or like, come on, bro, like, make it make sense, bro. Like, if you kill me, it's just free game.
I don't know what's going on with his Wi-Fi or my Wi-Fi, but it's definitely acting up. But what Trigger Bird is definitely trying to say out here in LA, California, really California culture, period, is if you ever been deemed PC, SNY, no good, a runaway, you rolled it up before, anything like that, you're not a part of the gang, not of the street life no more. A person don't necessarily have to give you a head up. A person don't necessarily have to play fair when it comes to you because you're deemed no good or you just a regular civilian. They don't have to play fair with you. They could really get it hot.
But then see, here go the thing, like, who's making these rules? Because if the person who you're against feels like they don't got to play fair with you, well, then now it's, oh, well, it ain't this or it ain't that or it's not this or it's not that. Then we start like playing into like all these other little semantics and all these little, other little things. And it's like, well, if we're not playing by any rules or we're not, able to decide or differentiate who's making these rules, wouldn't we all just not play by the rules? Like, I would assume that we will all just not play by these rules or we will all just kind of have a free-for-all and do what we want to do. I mean, I don't know. Like, the rules of the streets are really weird and they're really counterproductive because on one hand, it's like, oh, no, man, we got to play like this, we got to play like this. Then another hand is like, oh, well, it ain't no rules. And if you all bad, then you don't get it, whatever, blah, blah. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly like where it starts and stops with the logic.
How they live, and that's what Trigger Bird is saying right now. That Jhood supposedly called him out to a fade, and now he's saying, now Jhood is trying to say that Trigger Bird is scary because he's simply telling Jhood, that you not getting a fade. I'm not fading you. You know what I'm saying? You went PC or you dropped out, whatever the case is, to a 50-50 yard. I don't know the ins and outs of that dude case, but this coming out his mouth, not mine. But he's been admitted, to say he was on a 50-50 yard. I never researched his case or anything like that.
So Jhood will say that he was on a 50-50 yard because he got dirty politic. That is, ticking is shorthand for politicking. And Jhood will maintain that he got dirty politic, and that's the reason why he had got put to the 50-50 yard. He's going to say that it's not because of snitching or anything of that nature. He's saying that he got dirty politic on. So again, just kind of figure out where these rules start and stop, because if you're so loyal to these spaces, but they have, I guess for lack of better words, outcasted you from their groups, it's just like,
That's why I don't know if he actually told on somebody, but it came out of Jhood mouth himself. He said being on a 50-50 yard, and Chickabird's adamant about him being no good. So maybe he knows something that that I don't know. But yeah, and he's basically saying Jhood is trying to talk mess or trying to make it seem like he's turning down stuff, and he's like, in fact, I'm not turning down nothing. I just don't want to give you this, but I got something that I could give you.
Okay, so that answers my earlier question. So it's not that he won't do anything with Jhood. He just said that I don't got a fade for you. I got something else for you, but just not a fade. And that kind of was like to answer my other question. Like, do these crimes just go unpunished? Does nobody fight Jhood, or like nothing happens? But okay, he's making it emphatically clear that it's not a fade, but it is another form of consequences, like a good game of rock, paper, scissors. Like a good game of rock, paper, scissors. Nobody's talking anything violent here. Trigger Bird just wants to meet up with Jhood so they can play handball. And, that's how he's going to alleviate his problem with Jhood. A nice, good old-fashioned playground game of handball.
You know what I'm saying? But it ain't going to be no head-up squabble. It is not going to be no squabble. I'm not going to let you try to redeem yourself or to clear your name or boost.
Then, see, here's the thing, too. Now, this is something that I would question, and this is, again, not a shot at Trigger Bird, but I am using the words and the phrases that he used. I'm not going to let you redeem yourself with me. Does that mean that you have a possibility that Jhood can win this fight? Does that mean that you are aware that there is a possibility that you guys can engage in this hand-to-hand combat and Jhood could become, the victorious? You feel me? And if so, understandable. Nigga, I'm not going to let you clear your name up off of me. Nigga, please. You bad peoples, and you going to stay bad peoples. You feel me? So I can definitely understand that. But when you make a statement of, well, you're not going to clear your name off of me, it does kind of make one wonder if somebody could potentially get you up out of here by way of a fade, and that, but they not really the most, what's the word I want to look for? Decorated gang member. So you're not going to allow them to make their bones up off you. You feel me? Which is, I guess, what Trigger Bird is saying, because it doesn't seem like anybody's negating the fact that Jhood is a threat. It just seems like, they want to deal with him a very particular way.
Your name off of me when you're no good. And to be honest, I'm not even speaking about the Jhood situation. I'm just talking about being honest. I don't disagree with him. Like if somebody's deemed to be, a PC, SNY, or 50-50 yard, if he don't have to give him no head up, he don't have to give him no squabble. And I don't think that make Trigger Bird less than a man or less than a member because he don't want to give somebody who he feels or is deemed no good, a squabble. So I definitely don't look at that. That's just what it is out here. If you didn't withstand the test of time or go through your trials and tribulations the whole time, a lot of people just don't seem you to be, deem you to be good, and they don't give you action at them. That's basically like you giving action. You giving action at a champ, and you're not that no more. So,
and if I don't.
So, and then that's where my confusion in the streets always comes in at. That's where my confusion will come in at, because just in the fight world that I come from, not gang banging, but just competitive fighting, if somebody looking for it, you give it to them. It don't matter. Like all the extra shit don't really matter. Like if you're looking for something, you give him what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's just plain and simple and plain. Now, again, this is not gang This is not gang worlds. This is not gang politics or gang aspects of it. This is just me coming from a just competitive fighting aspect of it. But in our world, no matter what, niggas got all kind of stuff going on. But if you need that, you got that. And that's just kind of the 1-2 step. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Who's right, who's wrong, or is it just a matter of opinion? I guess at this point, it's just a matter of opinion, the way I paint it. But let me know what y'all think.
Kill you, or if I do something like, come on, bro. Listen, real niggas cannot win against fake niggas, bro. Because what's going to happen is the niggas is...
And then Trigger Bird is maintaining that if he does anything to Jhood's going to tell on him. But Jhood is maintaining he's not a snitch. So there's that.
See, do y'all think them niggas is going back to the main line when they go to jail? Fuck no.
Hopefully
they're not going back to the main line. So why?
Hopefully they don't go back to jail. Hopefully they stay liberated.
Why the fuck would I sit up here and give you action to fight me, nigga, or to nigga? I'm stab your stupid ass. I'm finna fucking shoot you, nigga. You don't get that, bro. You forfeited your rights to a solid nigga, bro. That's just, if that's the case. Listen, if that's the case, any nigga can get out from SNY or PC and go call out all their homies and be a nigga again. That's not how the game go. That's not how.
So what if, this is just my what if somebody gets out of PC and then they start calling out their homies and then they start like whooping shit. Like they whooping shit. Like niggas is out here tripping on him. You say he was this, he was that. He come home, he start like knocking niggas out. Whoop, blah, blah, he with the bull-ish, blah, blah, blah. How does it go then? Do y'all gotta like chip this dude? Y'all gotta like make him permanently like out of here? Like what happens? You feel me? I'm confused.
Oh, bro.
I feel like we're just skipping steps here.
Why you didn't stay solid towards the niggas that was whooping your ass on the yard? I got a homie named T-Lo from A-Trey Hoover, nigga. He done some shit that I don't want to talk about, but at the end of the day, he stayed solid. This nigga like this big. They whooped him every prison he went to, and he stayed solid. And he got out. He got out. He's in jail again in Seattle somewhere, but this nigga stayed solid. He didn't tap out. So why the fuck would I let you redeem yourself on a nigga like me when I was solid, nigga, and you the dropout? You come trying to start shit with me. You come trying to redeem yourself. Nigga, I'm not letting you get that, nigga.
Yeah, again, like he's saying, he feel that Jhood is trying to.
So I guess Jhood is not worthy of a fade. I guess Jhood is not worthy of a hand-to-hand combat. I guess he has lost all worthiness. Is what it sounds like.
Get out on the streets. He basically said Jhood dropped out or went to the other side for whatever reason, and he didn't have that same type of energy when he was in jail. Now that he's out of jail, you know, he's trying to redeem himself on the streets, some way, somehow. And I guess Trigger Bird feels like one of those ways or one of those reasons is to get caught off his name or redeem him for, you know what I'm saying, possible squabble. You know, and he said he's not going. He's simply not going. He don't want to give Jhood no squabble for the simple fact he's no good. Now, I'm not mad at that decision. You know, me on the other hand, you know, which I don't have to, and it's been told to me. A lot of people mad that I'm even accepting of.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but now Spody Face has brought it up. Spody Face said he was gonna take his fade, no question, comment, or concern. So that's the way I thought that it was supposed to be handled. The way Spody Face, Jason, what's the deal, fool? I see you. I thought it was the way that Spody Face is handling it was the way that it was supposed to be handled. You know, you got an issue with this nigga. It's a problem. Y'all got y'all back and forth. He said this, you said that. My mama's so fat. Your mama's so fat. Our mama's so fat. We all went into all that. Okay, cool. With that all being said, it's clear to see that, you know, obviously Trigger Bird looks at it differently. But again, I would just assume that Spody Face's way of going about it, of just accepting the fade. Because how would that have looked if during all that, Spody Face would have been like, oh, no, you a PC. You a snitch. I'm not finna fight you. Then y'all niggas would be like, oh, Spody Face is a weak. He blah, blah, blah. He blah, blah, blah. You feel me? And it would have looked away. Should have Spody Face not have handled it the way he handled it. But then here you have Trigger Bird saying that, well, no, according to my way of thinking, you know, this is the way you should have handled it. And this is what he does and what he doesn't deserve. Now, I don't think that Trigger Bird is saying anything particularly negative about Spody Face. I don't think that Spody Face said anything negative about Trigger Bird. I think that these two dudes just have an opposite way of going about the exact same situation. But my question in the chat and the comments is, are two things true at once and both things can be right and both ways of going about it are acceptable? Or do you feel like one person's way is better than the other person's when it comes to going about the situation by way of the Trigger Bird, by way of the Jhood fade?
To be honest, in my head, that I'm even accepting a boxing match with Jhood because they said the same thing what Trigger Bird is saying. I just be honest. They said the same thing of what Trigger Bird is saying. But to those people, I just tell them, man, listen, I'm doing it for the culture. It's bigger than me and Jhood. I want to show these kids to the adults. And, you know, I mean, he running around his hood.
That's like y'all all saying that you're not going to do nothing to WACK should you see him. That's like saying you're not going to do nothing to 600 should you see him. That's like saying you're not going to do nothing to Flacco should you see him. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, where does it start and stop at? Because, you know, I would assume that everybody would want to, you know, maintain their feelings towards Flacco when they seen him. I would assume that everybody would want to maintain their feelings towards WACK when they saw him. You know, if this is how it's going, if this is how we're going about it, then it seems like it's going to be a lot of people getting passes. It's going to be a lot of people not actually having to take these fades that they deserve or that they owe society because you were snitching, you were this and you were that. And in my mind, that seemed like that's giving them a way out. It seemed like we should want to bash the snitches in the rats.
His homies ain't got nothing to say, so I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm just one of the ones that's gonna give them action out of it. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, but I am. You know what I'm saying? Jhood said he ain't got no problem with me. I ain't got no problem with Jhood. His hood politics is his hood politics. And you know, we gonna get in the ring, you know, and handle it as men. We gonna show people that it don't have to lead to a further extent, or we take it to a further extent, or lead to something else. You know what I'm saying? More violence or the clash of two different communities. But Trigger Bird said, Spody Face, I don't care what you talking about. This one I'm on. He ain't getting no action at me, which I respect wholeheartedly, because he don't gotta give him action if you want to be technical.
Stab you, I'm gonna shoot your stupid ass. You don't get no fade, nigga. You don't get no head up, none of that, nigga. You get packed out, nigga, like the buster you are, cuz. What the fuck? And niggas say I'm scary because I won't give a snitch or a pedophile or a SMY.
Well, I don't think that you're scary. I'm just confused about the logic, because I've just heard conflicting statements and conflicting reports about how we should and shouldn't deal with these people. So I'm just trying to figure out where it starts and where it stops. Like, I don't think that you're anything. Personally, I don't think that you're afraid. I don't think that you're not afraid. Honestly, I don't think that you really cared too much once you cut your phone off and stopped making this video. Mr. Trigger Bird, I don't think that you took any of this home with you, and I would like to assume that you just went about your day with your family. Shout out to your family, and you enjoyed yourself. I wouldn't think that you carried this too in depth at all. But at the same time, too, when it's all said and done, we are looking at the situation in totality with Jhood, and I'm just trying to figure out where things start and stop at.
Jhood was not fucking 50-50. He was on a 50-50 yard, but he was not 50-50. And I'm gonna explain how if my boy Dog in here from Compton, right? Southside, shout out to Dog Compton, from Compton Southside, bro. And let me explain something to y'all, right? When you go 50-50, 50-50 is only for the niggas that's programming, ain't got no write-up. They went a lower level, they about to go home. So now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like they give them the option to go program with the bad people to show that they're able to go home and be inserted.
Go home and you're able to go home and be a part of society without attacking people and accosting people because of what they've done on the prison yard.
To society, because society is 50-50. If you get beat up by some niggas in prison,
a society for sure is a 50-50 yard, and these YouTube streets is a fucking remedial class.
You're not 50-50. You're SNY.
The EOP yard for sure, mental health.
You mix with the 50-50. So you're trying to use the 50-50 yard because you was there, but really the real question is, how did you get to the 50-50 yard, nigga? Dead homies. You got to the fucking...
How did you end up on a 50-50 yard?
50-50 yard by getting fucked up because you was a snitch. I'm not saying he told on nobody because I don't know, because they politic different.
You can't say that. You can't say that, Trigger Bird. You just called him a snitch. So is it?
You just called him a snitch, and then you can't say. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying when I say I don't understand the politics. You just said that he was on a 50-50 yard because he's a snitch, and then you say, "Well, I don't know if he told." Well, nigga, did he tell or did he? Because now we're confused. Now we're confused. This is the news that's confused. You feel me? Like, is he or is he not a snitch? Because if he's a snitch, then okay, you're saying what he's saying. But then you just said that you wasn't sure if he told. So get that nigga a fade. I'm confused. I'm lost. It's me. It's me. I'm the one that don't get it. I'm the one that don't get it. It's not nobody else's fault, y'all. It's my fault. I'm the one that don't get it. I'm the one that can't understand it. I'm the one that it's just all me, bro. It's just all me. It's so much contradicting. There's so many conflicting reports. I'm lost.
Jhood is a snitch or he ain't. You can't say you ain't calling him a snitch when you just call him a snitch. I disagree with that. Is it he a snitch or he not? I don't know. Again, I haven't did my research on Jhood, his case or the ins and outs of what happened inside. I don't know anything about that. Maybe I'm gonna have to look into it because I'm covering content now. But you just said, Trigger Bird, that he was a snitch. But then you say you can't see the snitch. Which one is it? You can't put them type of allegations, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know for a fact. So which one is it? Which one is it? And then on top of that, is that really why Jhood hit that 50-50 yard? That's what we gotta see. I mean, Trigger Bird, he act like he knows something. I'm not familiar with this.
That's what I'm saying, man. The ticks are so confusing. The ticks are so confusing.
Situation. He act like he knows something. So again, these are just words and not mine. But He's acting like he's either close to the situation,
And this is why you don't gangbang, kids. You see how confusing this whole situation is?
or he definitely knows what's going on.
Everybody, you get politics, but why you didn't stay down, bro? If a nigga listen, I'm gonna tell you about prison, right? Let me get you some game about prison. If I'm on 1 yard and this nigga that I don't like got to say so, right? What happens is I get fucked up, and then when I go to another yard and I stay solid, the real one's gonna read the paperwork and say, nah, bro, this ain't right. Whoever put their hands on you, bro, I swear to God, bro, whoever put their hands on you and get to another yard, every nigga that's wrong. Every nigga that put their hands on you and said that you was all bad, and they put their hands on you, and they all bad. Now every nigga that agreed is all bad.
Now everybody bad.
Dead homies.
Now everybody bad.
But this nigga didn't.
Everybody bad is motherfucker. Everybody bad peoples. Everybody's a bad persons.
Even ride it long enough to even see. He went S and Y. This nigga went S and Y. So you talking about on the page that I'm scary because I'm not giving a pedophile, a snitch, or S and Y a fade. But at the end of the day, why would I give you a fade to redeem yourself when you didn't fight the niggas that were beating your ass on the yard? You went and told, listen, bro, in order for you to get on another yard, you have to tell the police your life is in danger. They're going to ask you.
Well, Jhood said that he didn't have to tell the police that his life was in any danger. He said that he was accosted so many times that the police was like, you can't continue to be here, and the police removed him. That's what they said.
By who? Even if you say by all the Crips, you ain't got to give them no specific person. You could just say that my life is in danger. They're going to get you off that yard and take you to a PC yard. If not, you're going to be transferred to another prison with other niggas, and everybody that put their hands on you is going to get fucking got.
What I can say in most cases, he's not wrong. What I would say in most cases, he's not wrong. I've seen people get disciplined and come right back. 4-on-1s, 6-on-1s, and they go and tell us the COs.
6-on-1 is crazy. What did you do to piss off 6 people?
No, I'm good. Out here in California, we got something that's called a marriage chrono. A marriage chrono is you basically saying my life is not in jeopardy. I don't have no enemies or no safety concerns on the yard. They make you sign a paper. Everybody sign a paper. They bring you right back to the yard. I'm not saying that happened with Jhood situation, but I have seen what I have seen though. And sometimes like certain people is like they won't bring you back. Whether you sign a marriage chrono or not, they'll move you. They'll move you to 1 yard and move the other person to a yard. It's too serious. And they'll split you up in prisons. But so I can't say that's just because I don't want to speak on the Jhood case because I'm not familiar, bro. If I knew or was familiar with the case, I would speak on it. So I don't want to say that he did that and he really didn't do that. I try to play fair. But in most cases, when you get disciplined or people jump on you, you usually can be like, hey, look, I was just a DP or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like the people in the jail understand the way that the jailees, those who are incarcerated, go about handling their politics and their political structure. So I would imagine that should something like that happen where somebody's facing a DP or some sort of discipline or violation and things were to get a little out of control, you feel me, where somebody ends up getting sent to the infirmary or whatever the case may be, a conversation can be had with the jail staff where they be understanding of why this particular situation transpired the way it transpired and why it's not necessarily a detriment at that person's health, but they just had to get the situation out the way and now they're able to, for lack of better words, coexist with their constituents.
Saying the homies advocate for you, come back, you sign a marriage card, you be right back in the same cell, same yard. It's just what happened with B Braids. They DP'd him over there, he came right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they signed a marriage card and all that, but I have seen some times where they haven't brought you back. Not because you said, you fear for your life, but because, maybe that was your second or third time being jumped on the yard or, you know what I'm saying? Just like he said about his homie T-Lo, you know what I mean? Or, they just decided to split y'all up on it, or split y'all up in prisons.
Dead homies. So don't ever tap out because of niggas against you. Listen, bro, this is for the kids, bro. If you up against
now, that is a good statement that Trigger Bird is saying. When you up against it, bro, don't tap out because everybody's against you. Trust me, I know. Y'all have seen everybody go against me in these YouTube streets, but don't tap out. Don't not stand tall. Don't not stand strong. Don't not stand about your principalities, and don't not be about what you about. Just be about what you about by yourself. And sometimes you got to understand that you got to fight that fight by yourself because everybody ain't meant to fight it with you. And then you might realize that it made you a stronger and better person, and you'll look up when it's done, and you'll be glad that you fought that fight by yourself because the ones that you thought were strong ended up being weak. And now you happy that you bypassed that week A double-doubles.
So the things and niggas is politic and select politic you, don't tap out, cuz. What you do is you keep holding on, you keep moving forward, and then when the niggas on the next yard see that you right, every nigga that put their hands on you, bro, will be fucked up. Dead homies. Now, you got beat up by 4 niggas, all them 4 niggas can't go nowhere. That's level 4. Dead homie. They can't go nowhere. They stuck on that yard. Now you got 4 niggas going PC because you stayed solid. Dead homies, nigga. Stay down, nigga. Don't tap out and come on the streets and act like you tough. Talking about I'm scary because I won't fight a PC or a fucking pedophile or snitch. For what, bro? Because if I fight you and you end up doing something to me, I do something to you. If you survive it, you gonna go tell the police. And now ain't nobody mad at you because at the end of the day, you already PC. What the fuck you gonna do? But if you shoot me and I survive, I gotta take that shit across the chin and recover and come get my get back. But if I shoot you and miss, your ass gonna sit down and go tell the police. Come on, bro. Like, make it make sense, bro. Listen, when niggas that tap out, bro, only thing you can do is kill them or leave them alone. I'm not going back and forth.
So here go the thing then. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You just said that you so you already said that you're not gonna double tap. All right, cool. Nobody's saying that you should double tap Jhood. I'm not advocating for anybody to double tap anybody. But if you're already saying that all you can do is this or leave him alone, well then leave that nigga alone and let that man make his YouTube content in peace.
For what you arguing, I'm not gonna sit up there and fight you. I'm not gonna let you redeem yourself on me. I'm not gonna say, oh, I fought Trigger Bird. He's a solid nigga. So now all of a sudden you got my stats. Let me give y'all an example. Y'all say Gumby scary. I mean, Gumby a real one. Excuse me. Gumby a real one, right? If y'all know Gumby, I have to use Gumby because Gumby on the internet. Gumby a real one, right? Say for instance, a PC nigga called Gumby out. He go fight Gumby. He get the best of Gumby. Y'all gonna be looking at this PC nigga like he equal to Gumby, but he's not. But if Gumby kill this nigga, oh, Gumby, he wrong. He damn if he do, if he damn if he don't. If Gumby shoot this nigga or if he stab this nigga, he survived. The PC nigga get to go tell the police that Gumby did it. But then this PC nigga, right, do something to Gumby and he go to jail. Now he's back S&Y and he ain't even fair game for nobody. Can't nobody get him. He's keep away. Can't no real niggas touch.
And why get into, like, if it's that many variables into getting into it with these individuals, why get into it with them? If it's that many variables, if that many things, if that amount of thought process has to go into it, why even get into it with the individual? Why not just leave the person alone?
Because he gonna go.
Because honestly, it doesn't sound like you want to do anything to them, and it doesn't sound like they want to do anything to you. So why y'all just don't leave each other alone? Why y'all just won't leave each other be? Just let each other do what each other do.
Right back to where the fuck he came from. Let me ask y'all a question for my chats. If Jhood go back to jail, where y'all think he going? The county jail may not. I don't know about the county jail may do something, but if he go back to prison, what the fuck you think gonna happen to that dude? He cannot go back to a yard, bro. So why the
how would I know, nigga? I ain't never been to penitentiary. How would I know what's gonna happen to Jhood?
Fuck would I play with you? When if you shoot me and I survive, you can tell the police and it's good. But if you shoot me and I survive, I can't tell.
You can do what you want to do. You're governing yourselves to these rules. You're governing yourself to these rules. Nobody's telling you what you had and you have to do. You have committed to a lifestyle, and based upon the lifestyle you have committed to, you are living by the rules and the affiliations by what you think is appropriate for this lifestyle. Now, unfortunately, I have to say by what you think is appropriate for this lifestyle because when it comes to this lifestyle, there's so many conflicting reports about what's right and what's wrong. You feel me? There's so many conflicting reports about what's right and what's wrong. You have one person who will say, like Spody Face in Trigger Bird, for example. You have Spody Face saying that he gonna whoop Jhood for the culture. He's not tripping. He's not tripping. I need a fade. We're gonna do it up. I'm gonna whoop you for the culture. This is what it is. You feel me? That's Spody Face's logic when it comes to the situation. Trigger Bird's logic in the situation is exactly the opposite. We're not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything with you. You're a snitch. You a rat. You a PC. You bad peoples. You bad peoples. You feel me? You the worst peoples. So I'm not gonna do anything. So it's just like it's crazy. You feel me? Eat, trade, travel. You must have just got into the live. So how about you just be quiet and listen? Stop trying to come into the conversation, mid-conversation, and tell us something. Because those of us who've been watching know exactly what I'm talking about. So since you just came into the live, how about you just be quiet for a second and read the room before you make another comment?
I gotta get my get back, or I gotta be fucked up as a coma. I gotta be in a coma. I gotta be dead. My family gotta suffer because I try to give you some get back, and you trying to redeem yourself because your pride hurt. Nigga, why you didn't stay down in jail, nigga? You want to come out here? Come on, bro. Like, these niggas is weird.
You stop it right there, man. I think we heard enough, man. We ain't gonna keep beating a dead horse. Y'all heard it here first, man. Trigger Bird from Westside Hoover says Jhood is a mark. He's a buster, a possible snitch. He a dropout, and he was on a 50-50 yard. This is not my words. This is his words. I'm just reporting. Now, I won't speak about those allegations because but Jhood has been open and honest about coming from the 50-50 yard. How he got over there, I don't know. I'm not close to the situation, nor do I know about it. That's something I got to look into. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say Trigger Bird lying or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he's not going to come out with no allegations like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the 50-50 yard, but the allegation.
I don't know what Jhood was on, nor do I really care. I just want everybody to figure out this YouTube space as the best they can. Y'all hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button. Chat y'all staying kicky because we got some things going on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. And we thank y'all for hanging out with us at Trap News Network. Let's keep going into this.
Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm WACK100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and WACK100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Texas. It's dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know what enemies intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.